Well, we've all seen this massive change this year. We've seen half the population, over half the population, working from home. It was about 50% in the UK, about 65% in the US. It was already a trend that was being adopted, but it's a trend that has been accelerated. Before the pandemic, we saw this conventional wisdom that had been that offices were critical to productivity, culture, and sort of winning the war for talent. Companies competed for prime office space and making those offices these incredible places to be. A lot of solutions were seen to promote collaboration within the office. Suddenly there's a shift. Over half the people in every company is working at home. And actually we've seen that a lot of them, in fact over 40%, have said they feel more productive and are more productive at home. Why is this? Well, in some senses, it allows for flexible working. It allows you to work in your own way. We know a lot of people do a thing called asynchronous creativity. That's creativity that doesn't necessarily happen at the same time as the people in your group. Home working really promotes this. We've also seen people have saved time on the office commute. A commute can be really stressful as well, which actually stops you from working at your best. It can actually impede your cognitive performance. But what we are losing is this water cooler moment. We have this amazing productivity at the moment. We're not sure whether it's because office working is seen to be this sort of temporary shift. Working from home is seen to be this temporary shift. And we are going back to this permanent way. Also, right now, we tend to know our colleagues. We've met them before, face to face. We're all going through this together. We have that basis of trust. As we take on more talent from remote working situations, as we take on more talent in remote working situations, we see that we're going to get the situation where you haven't met your colleagues before. And we are going to need to address this. So what we might see is offices, rather than a place you go to work, they're a place you go to connect and socialise and create this sort of collaboration connection that's needed when you go back to your home. What we also know is that companies that are getting it right are not just transplanting existing processes to remote work contexts, but actually finding new ways of working and socialising digitally. So that's a big call to action for companies as we go forward. How do you replace that water cooler moment digitally?